So you may know that we recently renovated my parents' bathroom. Now there were two big issues with my parents' bathroom. One is that it was a smaller room and it didn't have all the functional elements that go into a bathroom. And secondly, there were no natural light. So it inspired me to create this post and give you 5 tips if you are renovating a smaller bathroom or a less than functional bathroom with no natural light, how to really bring the outside in and to create a beautiful space that you will enjoy. So before we get started, my name is Claire O'Connell. I'm the beating heart behind Reno Way of Life. And this is the channel for you if you love everything to do with home, so design, renovation, and investing. So go ahead and hit subscribe. Let's get into it. So what I thought I would do is share with you some of the footage from our recent renovation of my parents' bathroom, and also walk you through 5 tips on how you can create a beautiful light bathroom. And if you're dealing with a smaller footprint, how to make it feel larger without losing sort of personality. So here are my 5 tips. So tip number 1 is to keep it light and bright. Again, you'll have to excuse the noise. We are renovating, so if you're used to listening to my videos, then you know there's always background noise, so my apologies for that, but that's life. Always start with a light palette. So I know that there's a trend, there's been lots of trends lately where we're really bringing in darker colors into a bathroom, into smaller bathrooms, which I think looks really cool. My preference though with making a smaller bathroom feel much larger is to stick to lighter paints. And the reason for that is it really reflects light and it gives you the sense that the room is actually larger than what it is. I also really love whites and really lovely light color palettes. I think it's very cheery, very happy, and that's sort of the design aesthetic that I prefer. So each to their own. So but you can create some beautiful spaces with darker paint. But my tip is to start with a light palette. So tip number 2 is to really put some time and effort into your light fixtures. So if you're renovating a bathroom that does not have any natural light, you really want to figure out ways that you can mimic some beautiful natural light and create some reflections in the bathroom to create a much lighter and airier space. So there are a few things that you can do. So when it comes to lighting, I always like to take a pyramid approach. So start with the functional and then work your way through into the more fun ambient style lighting. So first of all, I would highly recommend, and something that we did in my parents' bathroom, as you'll see in this picture, is that we started with recessed lightings. We use LED recessed lightings. They're really lovely and bright and crisp. And I love that for bathroom lighting because you have to think about how you're going to use the bathroom. You're going to be using it potentially to put makeup, to do your hair. So you want to make sure you have good functional lighting in there. So I always start with recessed LED lights as my number 1. Now you can get dimmers on those if you want to create a mood and maybe, you know, have them a little bit not quite so bright, you know, in the evenings. That's how I would start. And then I would start to layer on my lighting like jewelry. So for example, you can get some fantastic light options for the mirror, you know, to create more ambiance. You can also do some really fun lighting around sort of underneath cabinetry, underneath crown molding. You can also do it on the shelf within the shower. So, you know, kind of the sky is your, you know, the world is your oyster when it comes to lighting. And so number 3 is to have a really clear design approach. Now this will help if you spend time in the onset. You know, a lot of when you're renovating is planning colors, color palette, and then you've planned your lighting, and now we're going to plan our design aesthetic. So in the bathroom that I'm sharing with you as an example is my parents' bathroom. We've really tied in traditional elements with modern because their house is 100 years old. They're in a Queenslander. So these are some of the more traditional elements that really allow it to tie in beautifully with the house. It is a smaller footprint in their bathrooms. The other thing that we've done is added a pedestal sink, and that is also really in fitting with that traditional look, as well as the style of taps that we've used as well. So those floor tiles are a beautiful traditional tile. Then we've gone for something more modern on the wall, just a very clean, crisp white rectangle in a brick style on the wall, just to really accentuate that beautiful height of the ceiling. It is a sloped ceiling, so we wanted to accentuate and draw the eye to the highest point in the room. And then we've just used a VJ board throughout the rest of the bathroom, which really once again ties into the history and the architecture of the house. So having a clear design aesthetic will help you wrap your head around the types of finishes and the feel that you want to your bathroom, and will help you create clarity. So tip number 4, if you're renovating a smaller bathroom like we are doing, is really to keep your design minimal. So we have a linen closet just outside of the bathroom where we can store, you know, additional towels, toilet rolls, and all of the good things that you need in the bathroom. This is also a spare bathroom for us, for my parents, that we renovated. So we didn't need to have big cabinetry. And because it's a smaller bathroom and a smaller footprint, the pedestal sink fitted perfectly for what they're looking for. Now, if it was a bathroom that was in use more readily, you know, you had kids, you could always put a cabinet on the wall instead, you know, in place of the mirror. So a mirrored cabinet, you can actually recess that into the wall so it doesn't stick out, so it looks more modern and streamlined and sleek. But then you can have some additional storage there. You know, baskets is a great way to add you know, some really lovely design into the bathroom, but also some really functional storage as well. So you can add, you know, furniture into the bathroom after the fact if you aren't looking to go for a traditional cabinet, for example. The key with a small bathroom is to think minimalistically, and part of that is making sure that you have a really clean design. So we have added a shelf just to add some decor and some personality into the bathroom. I tried to keep the design itself as clutter-free as possible. So what that means is we're not, you know, we haven't added lots of decor to the wall. We've actually just added a simple shelf with a few bits and pieces, you know, a lovely hanging plant to give some personality and to give some warmth to what is a very white and light and bright bathroom. And then of course we've used some really fun hooks for the towels, and we've gone for a bit of a colorful towel which really brings out my mum's personality. It's my parents' bathroom, and she's a fantastic needle worker, and she quilts, and you know, she's a designer in her own craft, and she loves patterns and beautiful textures. So we really wanted to bring that home with those wonderful towels, the green towels that she found with the blue bird, and it really adds personality into the bathroom without creating clutter. And number 5 is when you're dealing with a smaller room, you want to make sure that the footprint works. So first of all, obviously it needs to work who is using the room, but secondly, you know, when you look at the before pictures of my parents' bathroom, you'll notice that one major functional item was missing, and that's the toilet. So in this bathroom, this weird bathroom that was added in at some point during this house's history, probably in the 90s by the aesthetic, they included a really large cabinet and a bath, but no toilet. So it really wasn't functioning as a spare bathroom. I mean, it was just kind of an add-on, and then the toilet was down the other end of the house. So it was kind of just a bit strange. So we wanted to really recreate the footprint to enable it to be a much more functional, proper bathroom and spare bathroom, somewhere that my parents will enjoy guests using. Now, obviously, when you're adding something into a space, you need to consider what you're going to take away from that space, because the cabinet size, the way it was too large for the space if you're going to be adding in a toilet. And so what we decided to do was take out that cabinet. We put in the pedestal sink, which reduced the footprint of the sink. However, it also tied in beautifully with the design my mum was going for, so it worked wonderfully. We were then able to add the toilet, and then instead of a bath, which really wasn't functional for them, we created a shower. But because they've done the tiles throughout the entire bathroom, so it's more like a wet room, it really does streamline the room so that there's no cutoff, there's no lines outside of the tile in the bathroom, and that really creates a sense of space. And so what we've tried to do with every element that we've added to the bathroom for my parents is to create more space, or at least the sense of more space. So we actually now have more items in the bathroom. However, it's much more functional and it feels much more spacious. And I tell you what, it's much more lovely to use from a guest perspective. So that is a big tip when you're dealing with small footprints, is you don't necessarily have to just replace like for like. You can think outside the box. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please go ahead and subscribe and hit like, and stay tuned. We'll be sharing some more tips as we continue to renovate our own home, as well as sharing other tips for you in your renovations and design. Thanks so much for listening. If this was helpful, please make sure that you hit subscribe and like. I've added some links below to some other videos that you might be interested in after you've watched this one, and also some links over to my social media. So make sure you head over either to TikTok or Instagram and follow us there, and I can't wait to share the next video with you. So otherwise, happy renovating, and I'll see you next time.